What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, Teddy27.
What's good tonight? Right about the hood.
Oh, dear God.
I'm already eating a drink. Look a damn mess. Just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up, what's up? It's me, Teddy27, and I am back here for another review. This is going to be our review, ladies and gentlemen, for Chasing LA. It is season 1. It is episode 5. It is entitled Love Me or Hate Me. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, going back all the way back at least 2 years, you know if I got on the all black with the Dog Boys, the DBs, yeah, it was some shit that took me out, and I was triggered. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I'm not gonna even try and say this is gonna be a short one. This is gonna be a long. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your line. Hold your line. All right. So, but we'll get there. We start off with Jayla and Alicia. They still down to the salon, doing everything in their power to beautify that woman's hair, Jayla's hair, and so forth. Alicia did look stunning in this, what she had on, her get up, her garb that she had on. She looked real good this time. They basically discussed all the members. I didn't really care. There was nothing to see here. And then they talk about this mixer that they've been invited to by Andre and Fly Kid I. The gag is the entirety of this conversation about this invitation. They kept referencing, because they had not met Fly King I, but they looked at pictures or whatnot of him. They kept referencing him as that older dude. And I was like, oh. You know, I'm of a certain age now, and I don't get upset when people call me old anymore, because I always say, bitch, if I'm old, that mean I ain't dead. So let me keep getting old. I ain't got to be dead. Anyway, so it was really nothing to see in this first scene. We then see Andre. He's I think he's still at that movie or whatever. Some low budget straight to TV chitlin circuit ass BET Sunday afternoon ass low budget movie or whatever. That he's working on. How do I know it's low budget? Because it has the likes of April Jones, that is, from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and Amina from Love and Hip Hop New York in it. First of all, I need a whole ass fucking like penicillin shot just to watch this scene. Like, I know I got VD just looking at April Jones. Mind you, I don't even know how Andre sits next to that walking petri dish of STIs without a hazmat suit, okay? April Jones irks my entire nerve. I do not. She irks the entirety of my nerves. But listen, she's an infectious disease doctor's wet dream. So, girl, get it how you live, April. Anyway, the one thing that I will say about Andre that I respect about Andre is the fact that he is working, and he does. You see him moving, shaking, and working in his field. Get the fuck off this show, please, sir. And the reason that I say that, I'm not saying that because the show doesn't help, but what I'm saying is the show brings out all of the horrible things about you, Andre. Every awful thing about you is proliferated through this show. And you come off as somebody who nobody wants to be around, nobody wants to like, nobody wants to look at. You come off so unlikable on this show. Get the fuck off this show before you tarnish your brand to a point where it's not, where you can't bring it back. Because you're going to tarnish your own brand, and you could stunt your own growth by being on this show, because you, with the lights and cameras on, stay in the background, stay behind the scenes, doing the clothes and the fashions where bitch don't have to hear you talk. Because once you open your mouth and once people ask your opinion, fuck shit comes out. Get your ass the fuck off our television screen and computer screens, Andre, please. Please. Moving on. But mama do be working, but moving on. Quan is doing spoken word with Floasis. I'm very familiar with Floasis. As an English teacher, I was getting my whole life. The entirety of my life was gotten during this scene, with loving the spoken word, the poetry, and everything. I was here for it. We were snapping it off. I mean, we were here for it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Loved every part of it. Wanted it to last longer. And I've been on a couple of those Floasis virtual slams that they've been having. And I wonder if Quan was on one of the ones that I remember seeing during that time. But this was toward the end of 2020. I don't know. He might have been, because they have so many people that come up now, and so. but I don't remember. But I loved this segment. And Quan is another one. I love you when you're in your element, but when they get you around these people and y'all start off with the fuck shit and fuckery, it makes you unlikable. And we saw that the very next scene. So the next scene, I need to take a drink before I get to the next scene. Y'all hold on, hold your line. Okay. So the next scene, Hershey invites Quan and Jayla to his house. And Quan comes there and says, I hope Alicia not coming. And right away, even though Alicia apologized to this young man, he's just for no damn reason going in and shading the girl. Now, I'm one that would shade a bitch for no reason too. I ain't got no problem with that. But if the girl don't already apologize to you and you basically said, I don't accept her apology, or the apology wasn't the way I wanted it, you just looking for a reason just to try and go in during the confessionals and let have. And it just comes off as it makes people not want to like you, even though you do some great things, and it makes people not want to like you. How do I know? Because I'm someone who people don't want to like. I know this. I live in that world. That's my element. I know that. Shouts out to the people who do like me. But anyway, Jayla comes over and Jayla talks about the fact that she lost her job and, because of COVID and so forth. And she ended up actually having to move to Las Vegas. And she made the move to Las Vegas and, because it's cheaper, but she's still going to, drive over. I forgot how many hours it is, a few hours over to LA and do what she got to do. Then we started the conversation. And Hershey discussed recently finding out that he was HIV positive. And there's so many layers to the whole conversation. Let me start with the HIV positive thing. I have so many friends, and I know what Jayla was saying, because I have so many friends that I have had to go with them when they found out. And at this age, I've had scores of friends that have come to me and said, like, maybe I was there with them when they found out at the clinic or at the site, or maybe they came over my house right after they finished. And one of the things I've always asked my friends about, why do you all always come to me when you want to, let it out? Because they say, we come to you, Eve, because we know you're going to shoot us straight, and you're not going to it's not going to be a pity party with you. You're going to give us the real deal, and you're going to support us and strengthen us, but you're not just going to let us sit there and wallow. And one of the things that I do, and I say to my friends, they all can tell you, I've said the same thing to all of them. I said, what do? You found out that you have HIV. What do you do now? In the immortal words of Miss Sophia Petrillo, you go on eating and living. Actually, as you go on living and eating. And literally, that's what you do. You go on living and eating. And you go on about life just as you did the day before. Sure, you have to maybe take medication now and so forth. And the medications now are so much easier. You take one pill a day and that's it. And you're good, and you can be undetectable and not spreading disease to anyone else. And I often have to tell them it's much easier to live with HIV than it is a whole lot of heart disease, than it is high blood pressure, than it is diabetes, than it is a whole lot of other disease. There are people who are living with sickle cell. There's people who's living with Alzheimer's, with all types of other diseases out there right now. Kidney disease, all kind of cancer. There are any number of diseases that are so much more difficult to live with than an HIV. If you have HIV, you literally pop one pill in the morning or whenever you take it, and you go about your day, and nothing else has to do. You know how many people take vitamins every morning? It's like brushing your teeth. You know how you have to brush your teeth every morning to keep your teeth clean? It's the same thing. And you go about your everyday life and routine like nothing. Don't have to alter anything. You don't have to stop drinking. You don't have to stop all of the smoking your weed. You don't have to stop none of the other stuff you're doing. So when you kind of put it in that light, it makes it a lot easier for some people to deal with. Because I tell them, you done crying? Because I literally tell them, you done crying? All right, we got it all out. Now, snot bubbles and all, girl, cry on my shoulder. Now that we're done, what are we going to do? You go on living and eating. The problem is so many people make it such a big deal that don't have it, or people in the community. Even people within the LGBTQIA community, they probably ostracize people within the community that are positive more than people outside of the community. Mind you, there are other diseases floating around much worse. You got your herpes simplex. You got gonorrhea, syphilis, and all kinds of other stuff that the genital warts that people are passing around that are way worse, and some of which don't have cures either. But they like to ostracize people and make people feel bad and let people have the stigma. Which is why one of the things that I also encourage my the people that come to me, I said, listen, that is a part of HIPAA. That is a part of your medical history. If you don't want to tell somebody, you don't have to, unless you are engaging in sex with that person. Now, if you're engaging with sex with them, you owe it to them to tell them. But if you're not engaging with sex with them, why do they need to know? It, that's not that being HIV positive doesn't make that person. If you are HIV positive, that doesn't make you who you are. It's just a small part of what you are, and you take your medications and you deal with it. The other problem comes in, and this is the part that rang out for me and that really kind of triggered me. Although I may not be positive, when he talked about the story of um, being raped and so forth, and having that feeling of, damn it, how did that happen? Why did that happen? How did that happen? Listen, it broke me down. I had to pause screen because someone, and I don't even know if I've even mentioned this on my channel, but as a victim of rape myself, I don't know. And I've heard people talk about it all the time, and I'm not triggered. It doesn't bother me. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, it happened. This was one of the few times where they said, and I just broke down. I was like, oh God, because I know that I was there and I was grown. It wasn't like, you hear people talk about being raped as a little child or molested and so forth. That's one thing, but it's a different thing when you're a grown person, when you're an adult, a grown ass man, and another grown ass man rapes you and violates you, and you have this feeling of emasculation, and you have this feeling of what the fuck, like I I don't. Whew, it's hard to put into words the cornucopia of feelings that you go through. I mean, you end up dealing with feelings of self worth and self hate and all kinds of things that go on, and it is it even gets you to the point where you kind of want to hide and you want to be silent about it. You don't want to tell anybody, and it's just, I don't, I even right now trying to verbalize and trying to wrap my brain around, because that's a part of my history and my story that I have chained up and tucked away and locked away so deep, 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 deep down inside into the innermost repositories of my brain. And I just don't deal with it. I leave it there locked away in the corner. But when I watched this episode, it just made me go and reassess that thing that I had locked away. And when Hershey started to like break down, and I had to pause the video again, pause it again, and I was like, oh, ooh. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was one of those moments where I was like, it kind of brought me front and center again with those emotions. And it was a long time ago now. And so I've learned to deal with it now, but I was definitely an adult. And I remember it was a situation it was a date rape situation. And it was, oh man, it's sobering. It is, there's no amount of preparation that you can make for it because you don't prepare for that. But even in the aftermath, sometimes even talking about it and getting it out and talking with professionals about it still doesn't lighten the load or soften the blow. When you're brought front and center with it, it's just like, again, and you're like, ah, and then so the gravity of everything can just kind of come rushing in, and I just was bawling. It was a lot. It was a lot, and just to see the raw emotion that Hershey had brought me to raw emotions and stuff like that. And I just it's there's a lot that people deal with, and sometimes it, like for example, like a Hershey has a persona where she can be larger than life when the man that transforms into Hershey comes and presents himself as Hershey is larger than life and has the big personality and has the bravado and has everything that makes them, oh my God, you want to watch them, not knowing that there is these vulnerable moments of weakness. And there's tucked away sometimes, and the stage sometimes, and the cameras and the lights gives you time to get away from that, but still there's that moment where you still feel like, oh wow, how did this happen to me? Or you kind of feel like self-pity or self-loathing. You be like, and you question your own self-worth, like why did they feel like I was the one that it was okay to do it to? It's so many questions and so many things that you don't want to wrap your hands around. And so I'm going to move on because I feel like I'm rambling, but it just struck a nerve and it made me so, oh my god, I am finding myself welling with tears now. So I'm going to move on. And so they talked about that, and it was a very real moment. It was a touching moment. We're gonna keep it moving from there. Whew, hold on. Whew. Mm, mm. Y'all hold your line. Hold on. Let me get some tissue from over here, and just I remember. I might do that in a members only live. I might do a members only live about it, but it was a moment. It was a moment for me. I didn't know it was gonna be a moment, but it was. All right. All right. L Teddy 27 is back. All right. So then we get to this love hate Valentine's mixer. So is Andre and Fly Kid, I had this had this idea of trying to do this mixer. It was supposed to be to try to help sort things out or get beyond things. Now my question is this: if y'all haven't seen each other in a long ass time, and every time you've seen each other before this long ass period, y'all ain't did nothing but cuss, fuss, and fight. Why did you think it was gonna be different now? And for all of these people questioning the critical thinking skills of everybody and questioning the brain capacity of people, specifically Andre and Fly King, I question your mental capacity by even hosting an event like this, thinking that it would go some other way. Like, you clearly are the ones with double digit IQ scores thinking that this was going to go some other kind of way. So I question the, IQ scores of Fly King Guy and Andre for even putting this on, thinking that it was going to go some other way. Like, it's imbecilic. Whatever. Anyway, baby, King Pain came, got out his car. Shouts out to King Pain. Wait, where's my wait, hold on, y'all. Oh, here we go. Shouts out to official King Pain, y'all. It had fell on the ground because he finally got himself an adult size fan. Okay, because those little play elementary school fans that he had was not gonna work. Mama went and got her an adult size fan. Real girls do real things. I'm glad you got your real fan girl because real girls do real things. Okay. Anyway, so he comes in there, and I'm with King Pain on this. There's no way you gonna make me believe that just y'all trying to bury the hatchet, and y'all just happen to have "I Can't Stand the Rain" playing. Oh, I just wanted Missy Elliott play. Why it had to be "I Can't Stand the Rain"? I might have went with you if it was another Missy Elliott song, because Missy Elliott got a whole lot of other bops that's even better than "I Can't Stand the Rain." Now, if you had another, I might have went with you. But the fact that you played "I Can't Stand the Rain," which was the song that you mimicked when you tried to call him Missy Elliott, okay, and it conveniently was playing when he was coming in, because I know production told y'all, "Oh, King Pain just showed up. He's outside. We feel it. He's about to come in. Be ready." I know production told you whores that. You can't tell me they didn't tell y'all that, because they gonna let y'all know that so y'all can be ready for when people arrive. Girl. Because clearly, remember, production has to tape him getting out the car and all of that stuff. Girl, get your life in order. We know you did that shit on purpose. Because like I said, it's so many other Missy Elliott ain't just a one-hit wonder. The whore got a whole bunch of bops, good songs, hits, jams. You could have played anyone, but not only did you play Missy Elliott when that young man came in, you played the exact song that you tried to pick on him about. Girl, I was with King Pain. Y'all tried to be shady, and y'all ain't shit. And then when he called you on it, you tried to cover it up. No, bitch. Ain't no covering up, bitch. You ain't shit, Andre. Bitch, you ain't shit. Anyway, another production. Let me ask this, production. Why every time and every episode we got to see cameramen, cameras, and shit all in the shoot? At this point, it's just negligent. At this point, it's just bad editing. We 5 episodes in, and we still got to be looking at cameramen. We still got to be looking at cameras and shit all in the scene. Get your fucking lives in order. Get this shit in order. So 10, and we still see a fucking cameraman and cameras and shit. I just can't. The rest of the group arrives. Andre is trying to tell King Payne that he don't got no beef with him, right? So he's talking to King Payne like he is slow and like he's like 2 years old. And so he was like, do you not understand what? I think he said something like, can you accept my apology? Baby, what official King Payne said, I would if you would not talk to me like this. Girl, when I tell you I fell out, and everybody else in the room fell out. Fly King, I turned around because he was falling out. Jeremy was falling out. Everybody in the room collectively bust the fuck out because King Payne. Baby, when King Payne did that shit, I said, what the fuck? Bitch, when I tell you I rewound that shit like 4 or 5 times. Ow! And then he started doing some moves like that. That shit was so hilarious. King Payne said, I would if you would not talk to me like this. Girl, official King Payne, you don't owe me shit. The bitch, you don't owe me shit for the rest of the season because that shit right now had me dying, bitch. Dying. I hear owe me nothing. That shit was so funny. Girl. Anyway, we found out that Jeremy had an issue with D. Hawkins that we're gonna find out about later. Now, a little birdie told me it was the fact that D. Hawkins was spreading rumors about Jeremy doing porn. I don't know. I ain't seen the porn yet. I don't know yet. I'm gonna do my investigative reporting for y'all, and hopefully next week I'll come back and I'll be able to let y'all know what I found when I saw said porn. If you already seen the porn and you know where I can go to get it, put it in the comment section. I'm just saying. I'm here for you all. I provide a service. So for investigative reporting, I need to go. If it is about porn, I need to go see this porn with Jeremy in it, so that I can come back and report on what happened. Because y'all want to know. I'm not going there to get my rocks off watching porn of Jeremy Copeland. Why would I do that? Just going there to do investigate. It's actually going to hurt me to have to watch it. I'm not into this type of stuff. I'm not into porn or anything. I'm here for you all. I'm doing this for you all. It's going to hurt me more than anybody else. So I'm just doing this for y'all. So I'm gonna go on a search for this. Anyway, Andre, and Alicia and Jayla come. Andre apologizes to Jayla, which I guess was okay. But at this point, I don't buy shit Andre said. Like, the bitch could tell me that today is Friday, and I'm gonna be like, girl, let me look at the calendar. So then we get in there. They start to play this stupid game. The game starts, and Fran, which I think y'all could not tell me that this shit was not strategic. Like, somebody literally went into that little bowl or whatever, looked at all the questions and said, oh, okay, I like this question from Fran. Let me go hand this to Fran to start the fuck shit and fuckery. Because you cannot make me believe that, first of all, why would that question even be in the bowl? That's not even a question that you ask at a party. 1. And 2, just magically Fran happened to get that question. Just like magically Missy Elliott happened to be playing when King Payne came in the fucking party. Girl, get y'all fucking like y'all really must think we stupid as fuck. Fly King, I, and Andre. Y'all are the stupid ones thinking we're stupid, okay? Anyway, so Fran's question was, is it important? Why is it important for people to be called by their correct pronouns? And he asked it to Alicia because Alicia, the situation from episode 1 or episode 2, whatever the episode was, episode 1 or 2. So it turned into this big thing where Alicia and him started going back and forward. Andre then gets up and blows up and starts yelling at them and starts saying, that's the problem with you bitches and y'all ain't shit and y'all always want to yell. And in my mind, I'm like, hello, pot, meat kettle. Okay? Because your monkey ass is the motherfucker who's always going in and just blowing up. But now you want to call out everybody else talking about it's them. They the problem. How? How now, brown cow? Anyway, I'm trying to make shit make sense around here, y'all. So Quan gets up because Quan had already said in the confessional, I don't like that bitch, Andre. Anyway, I'm sick of that bitch and I'm on liquor tonight, so I'm here for it. Quan gets up and starts to jump up and say he's ready to get it down. And now we got a whole skirmish going on. A whole skirmish. The kids is about to fight and care. They talk about they going outside and stuff. Andre said y'all can get the fuck out. Andre, that's the whole thing. Every time Andre get mad, y'all can get the fuck out. Well, why invite these people, you stupid ass dick fuck? You fucking ass clown. Why the fuck invite these people if you know this is gonna happen and you ain't gonna do nothing but say, well, y'all can go ahead and leave and get the fuck out? Here's my problem. It kind of went off from there. Here's my problem with a lot of these people. The problem that I have is many of them professionally are doing some great things. But unfortunately, you want to play up to the cameras for this show because you think that's going to garner you more attention and be better for the brand, and it's actually worse for the brand. It makes us not want to watch you. It makes us want to, turn the camera off and not hear anything about the wonderful things that you are doing professionally, because we can't get away from the fuck shit and fuckery you have going on when the cameras come on this show. You don't have to do, you do not have to do this and be all of that in order to be likable on this show. Hello. Anyway, that's all we got. I'm sorry I took y'all to some dark places during this live. I apologize. Y'all know I'm always happy. I'm always fun, always lighthearted, and I hate that I went those places. But be that as it may, we went there. This, y'all know, y'all only get moments of vulnerability every 2 years for me. So I'll see y'all in 2023 for another moment of vulnerability. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.